What's good, everyone? This is Arcane here, and I am back with a special PSA for all cinema enthusiasts and my lovely Malayali nation. Lucifer 2 Empuraan, the much awaited sequel to the 2019 blockbuster, is finally releasing on the 27th of March this year. And I know a lot of y'all have been having a hard time trying to get a ticket, and I hope you do. This is one of the biggest Malayalam releases of late, and it's a blessing to witness it all. It has already broken records and created a bunch of landmarks and benchmarks and whatnot. But there's one that doesn't sit well with me at all, and that is the quote unquote IMAX release. To be fair, I'm one of those people who think that IMAX is an overrated format, and I'll explain why in a future video. Now, this is the first Malayalam film to be released in IMAX, although I would argue that it's actually Manichitratara to do this first, but I'm gonna be honest here. This film is not gonna be worth it in IMAX. Let me explain why. In simple terms, IMAX is a premium large format, which means that it is associated with the idea of providing you a bigger image in comparison to the usual cinema hall that you frequently go to watch feature films in. I have already explained the various aspect ratios in my Manichitratara video, but pretty much every ordinary screen is capable of showing films in the scope aspect ratios, which are 235 by 1, 239 by 1, or 240 by 1. IMAX presents images in the aspect ratios of 143 by 1 or 190 by 1, and that totally depends on the venue you go to. Digital IMAX is usually presented in 190 by 1, and that's what you get in the Kochi and Trivandrum IMAX venues. That's why they have bigger screens to incorporate that huge image and provide you that grand experience, like every PLF experience out there. Just like Lucifer, Empuraan is shot with anamorphic lenses and is presented in the aspect ratio of 2.8 by 1 throughout the entire film. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this aspect ratio with every single cell in my body because of how it makes the image look so narrow, almost like a sandwich. Not to mention that ever since Lucifer was made in this aspect ratio, it started a trend in the Malayalam film industry where more films use this aspect ratio. Films like Kala, Ghostrifter, recent releases like Talavan and the upcoming Bazooka are all presented in almost the same aspect ratio, and once again, I hate it. It does not look good either in cinemas or on a TV. So Empuraan is in 2.8 by 1 throughout the entire film. It wasn't shot with IMAX cameras or even shot for a PLF experience with no footage in an expanded aspect ratio. Why then is this film releasing in IMAX? I saw this coming a long time back when Prithviraj tweeted this, where he talks about the IMAX DMR process and considers doing the same for Empuraan. For those who don't know, DMR is digital media remastering, a process where films are optimized to quote unquote enhance the film's quality by upscaling the image to make it suitable for viewing in IMAX. I'm saying this from my own experience, right? I have watched Venom the Last Dance in IMAX 3D, and honestly, there is no difference when you compare a standard experience to IMAX because it's pretty much the same image. There's nothing new, there's no difference at all. That's it, there's nothing more to it. And not just Empuraan, other Indian films are simply being released in IMAX without any extra benefits like the expanded aspect ratio. So when real IMAX films are getting re-released in India, they can't because non-IMAX films take all the IMAX screens. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Pushpa 2. Remember, the Interstellar IMAX re-release in India had to be postponed because of this piece of garbage. I think this practice of releasing non-IMAX films in IMAX cinemas should be stopped purely because of this. So, the bottom line is there is not even a single advantage of watching this film in IMAX. There is no redeeming factor in this quote unquote IMAX release. Yes, it does allow the film to be shown in more screens, but the fact that you have to pay extra for pretty much nothing but a standard experience that you can easily get from a normal 4K laser projection for at least 1/10 of the price is just mind boggling, and that's pretty much why I had to let out this rant in this video. So, my fellow consumers, you know the drill. Make the right decision. If you're sad that you didn't get to watch this in IMAX, I can guarantee you that you're not missing much. In fact, you should be happy that you're saving your money by a huge margin. And for those who booked their IMAX tickets, you now know better. I hope. As always, instead of falling prey to these stupid practices, please go and support your local theaters by watching your films of interest there. Ragam, I still miss you. And that's pretty much it. I hope this video was of some use. I do not intend to disrespect the makers of this film. Rajavetta, I love you. You're one of the best of the best. And this is purely my opinion on IMAX and a part of why it's an overrated format. With that being said, Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and have a great day. Goodbye.